Hello YouTube and welcome back to the channel outside the target demographic. Today I'm going to be showing you something you can add to your EDC kit as well as your going out to a restaurant kit, and that is glow sticks from Dollar Tree. Let's get started. So for $1.25 at Dollar Tree, you can go ahead and get a 4-pack of larger diameter glow sticks, as well as I believe it's now a 15 count pack of different colored glow sticks. Now with the smaller ones here, they're a smaller diameter. They come in the pack with a pre-cut clear section. And what you'll do with these is once you break them, that's the dog, everyone should have one. You break it, you shake it, and they are flexible enough, and they give you these pre-cut sections that you can go ahead and turn them into a bracelet. So they glow quite well, actually, considering you're spending, 5-7 cents each. And they will glow very brightly for probably an hour, and what I would call reading brightly for maybe another 2 or 3 hours. And by reading brightly, I mean if I were to have something with a lot of text on it, I can use this to read a map or read a book or something like that. So it may not be attention getting someone walking on the side of the road bright after an hour or two, but it will be good enough to draw a little bit of attention if they're not driving a car, or again, for your personal usage with being able to read things or light up a smaller room. Now, you can get 2 different sizes. You can get a multi-pack of various colors, like I said, or you can use these. Now, these I keep for the everyday carry kit versus these that I keep for going out to restaurants or in the diaper bag. When you go out to eat, if your kids are anything like my kids, they do very well, but they do get a little rambunctious, especially at the sit-down establishment. So these do not require noise. These do not require a work area. It's not 60, 80 pieces of Lego that's going to get lost underneath the table or thrown across the room or something like that. This is small enough and light enough that you can carry a couple of them, and they come in the cardboard tube. We got the diameter of, let's see, what do I have here that's about the relevant size? Okay, so AA battery. So the tube is maybe twice as big. That is a cuckoo clock. Everyone should have one. About twice as big as a AA battery. The individual tubes are going to be just over 1/8 of an inch diameter and smaller than the positive nub of a AA battery. The problem with the small ones is while you can flex them a little bit, if you go much further, they will crack. So you'll need to make sure that you carry them. Again, I usually put them in the diaper bag. Diaper bags aren't known for being small anyways. So I keep this in the diaper bag, and it gives them an hour or so of entertainment. You can break a couple of them and link them together and make a chain. They can wear them, they can swirl them around. Usually sit-down restaurants are a little on the darker side anyways, so they're more likely to see the individual colors and get more of a benefit out of those. So again, it doesn't make noise, it doesn't require workspace, it doesn't require being torn apart to put it back into your pocket or put it back into a bag or anything like that. They're disposable. If they break, you just throw them out and you get new ones. Pretty handy. In the summer, we go to a free concert series in the park here, and that usually starts when the sun is up and ends when the sun is down. So having these to give out to my kids as well as any other kids running around is a special treat. But back to these guys. For everyday carry, I keep these inside my car. I keep these inside my everyday carry bag. And they come with, so they're just a standalone section like this. We'll roll the battery back in. About the size of a, well, diameter of a AAA battery, maybe. And if we go here, we're looking at, what is that, 3/8 of an inch. So it is going to be quite a bit thicker. It's going to bow less, but it's also going to be able to be stored with less protection on it. I'm going to go ahead and off camera drop this from my over my head height. So call it 7 feet. That's it. 8 feet. Drop it onto the ground. And it has not activated. So it has a pretty decent drop height. I guess it's not so much the G forces as much as the braking forces. And you can see it's already looming up. These are substantially brighter, and they will remain so because they are a thicker diameter body. But you can see this guy's putting out quite a bit more light. And even over here, you can see I'm starting... that's probably 4 inches away. I'm starting to affect the coloration of the background there. So let's go ahead and roll this guy in. We're going to try and keep it in the dark. So you can see I'm starting to cast that light on there. Now I'm going to go ahead and try to remember to do some videos with one of these outside. I will see how far above the ground before they start registering, just so you can get a better understanding of how much light they throw. And then I will place one probably, I think the property is about a 1/4 mile long. So I can go ahead and put one at the furthest end, go for a night walk and see how far away I can see one of these. But again, in the packaging, you'll get 4 of these thicker ones. They come with a cap, and they come with 4 individual pieces of string, so you can tie these onto something. I will usually clip these onto a clip on my keychain or a clip on my EDC bag, and that will allow me to hands-free, assuming this was still on my keychain, right? This would allow me to illuminate in front of me or allow people to see me as I'm walking, and the fact that it swings a little bit will simulate, movement and draw the human eye in a little bit. So doesn't require batteries, doesn't require batteries that explode, doesn't require batteries that need change, doesn't require batteries that have to have a good charge, doesn't require the batteries not to get wet. There's several uses and benefits to a chemical light like this guy. And again, for the high price of $1.25 for 4 of them, you're paying what, 28, 30 cents each? I guess that'd be 35-ish. So relatively cheap. A couple hours of fun for the kids. Once you use it for its intended purpose, you can hand it off to them. You can use it for camping. You can use it on the side of the road if you break down. You can use it for map reading. You can use it for indicating your position along the side of the road or in trails. And again, it acts as a lightsaber for the kids when they are walking around with you. So again, you can get a couple of these in different colors and different sizes, whichever you prefer, at Dollar Tree for the low price of $1.25 per pack. Very handy to keep around, doesn't wear out, doesn't expire, so go ahead and consider keeping those in your everyday carry kit and your man, we'd just like to enjoy the night out kit. So the same day I started recording the video for these glow sticks, we actually have not had power for about 4 or 5 hours now. It is now 8 p.m. You cannot see anything, but a great thing for the kids to play with when there is no television, there is no internet, there is no DVD player, there is no any kind of digital entertainment, are these glow sticks. Works out pretty well. Hey, doggo! Inara, come here. Woo! You can see why we don't have power. You can hear the wind. Inara, come. And here's another thing you can use them for. Hold on. Stay right there, doggosh. Stay right there. Okay. Ready? Go. Good job. Go ahead. Scoot. Go ahead. Good job. Of course, it's a lot more accentuated in the video, but putting one of these glow sticks on the side of your doggo will help you find your black doggo in the black darkness. So this is the slender glow stick. It was cracked maybe 10 minutes ago. I stole it from my kids to go ahead and do this video. What I'm going to do is go ahead and activate the big boy here, and I'm going to go for a walk, and I'm going to see how far away I can see it, and try and record that as best I can on the camera. So you can see it's putting out a good deal more light. You want to break as much of the tube as you can, give it a shake. Putting out quite a bit more. You can see it's lighting up my hand, it's lighting up to my wrist, up to my forearm. So the only light we have right now is this glow stick, and you can see I'm probably 2 feet above the ground, right next to the camera here, and we're starting to get some definition on the ground. So it's actually got a pretty decent scatter on it as far as lighting up your environment in front of you. So I'm going to go ahead and, with the included cap, just hang it from a tree, and we're going to go for a walk. I'm at about 50 yards right now, and by zooming in, you can see that. I can clearly see it with the naked eye. So I'm going to go ahead and step back to about 100 yards and see what we got. So I am now at 100 yards, and I know that because I'm on my shooting range, which I have marked out. And by zooming in at 100 yards, that is clearly visible. We're going to go ahead and see if we can't go a little bit further back. So I'm at about 140 yards, and I know I can find doggo. As we go back here, if I zoom in, I can see right there, and I can see it with the naked eye at 140 yards. So probably about 200 yards, maybe 250 would be your absolute max. This is again during a power outage, so there is absolutely no light pollution or anything like that, but at least 150 yards confirmed, probably more like 200 yards. And that is a static light secured into a tree. So you can see with doggo here, if the light were moving around, it would get even more attention. It would draw the human eye. We are genetically, evolutionarily drawn into any changes in the environment, be it movement or flashing light or anything like that. So that would draw even more attention to it. So pretty impressive for less than 40 cents each. And you get some good distance. I will report back on how long it runs, but you saw that it put out a pretty good amount of light at a pretty good distance. The last test will be the duration. While we're out here, I went ahead and wrote 820 on this guy, so I know when I broke it, I can report back on when it is done. But that is something worthy of note. You can write with a Sharpie marker on here the date and time and your name, your current location, your phone number, your address, point of contact, vehicle you're driving, something like that. So even if someone does find this and you're not still at the site where you left it, they have contact information or they know who would have left it. You could write a note or some kind of directions on the side of it. Nice little indicator there. Additionally, I found that the cap gives you something to bite onto to use it for hands-free. So if we go over to this wall, I'm going to be biting this guy, and I can use it as a hands-free flashlight lighting device if I do not connect it directly to my keychain, which would be the ideal way to carry that. And as I approach something, you can see it's lighting up the side of the garage there. And I thought there was one other thing. What was the... Oh, yes. So the one other thing is it is bright enough, and this is going to be a bit tricky. It is bright enough for you to be able to light your watch to determine the time, or to be able to read a map or something like that. So as I kneel, you can see it lights up individual fibers. I can see individual parts on my key. So it doesn't register too well on camera, just because cameras will focus on different areas of the image and determine the light accordingly. So it does actually put out a pretty decent amount of light to draw attention, as well as be able to read and see the environment around you. So again, I wrote 820 on there. Let's see when this guy ends up dying. So it is 2:35. I just got up to run the generators. We still do not have power, but we still have that 820 glow stick still lighting it up enough that I can see the wall. Let's see, probably 2 feet away I start lighting up the wall directly in front of me, and then I can still use the brightness to light up this box and read the writing off of it. I can read the writing probably 4 inches away from the stick. It's not showing up too well on camera, of course, but I can read the writing with the glow stick. So still good enough to draw attention. Not going to be at 150 plus yards, probably closer to 50 yards at this point. But here it is at, like I said, 2:30. So what is that? 6 hours later, still has a decent glow. So here we are at 8 o'clock the following morning. We still do not have power. You could probably hear the generator in the background. These are the glow sticks that we lit up yesterday at around 8:30. So here it is almost 12 hours later. You do have a little bit of glow on this guy. It would be enough to read a map, probably not enough for someone to see even at like 20, 30 yards away in the dark. These two are dead, but you'll notice this one is still glowing. And the reason for that is this one I put in the freezer at about 9 p.m. So it only had maybe an hour of usage. I went ahead and put it in the freezer. The cold will slow down the chemical reaction that produces the luminescence here, and this one will last longer. So if you get towards the end of the night and you still, hypothetically, but also in reality, don't have power the following morning, this is still something that would get the kids' attention, and it just makes it last a little bit longer by throwing it in the freezer. So again, you can get a couple of these in different colors and different sizes, whichever you prefer, at Dollar Tree for the low price of $1.25 per pack. Very handy to keep around, doesn't wear out, doesn't expire, so go ahead and consider keeping those in your everyday carry kit and your man, we'd just like to enjoy the night out kit. As always, this is outside the target demographic. I appreciate your time. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, leave them in the comments section below, and I will catch you guys in the next video.